Hello, my name's Michael Rosen and I write poems, and I'm going to begin with some short ones. Late last night I lay in bed, driving buses in my head. Late last night I lay in bed, driving buses in my head. The hide behind. Have you seen the hide behind? I don't think you will, mind you, because as you're running through the dark, the hide behind's behind you. Have you seen the hide behind? I don't think you will, mind you, because as you're running through the dark, the hide behind's behind you. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Jim. He didn't know me, and I didn't know him. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Mary. I wish I wasn't a dog, she said. I wish I was a canary. Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Joe. What have you got there? I said. Wouldn't you like to know? Down behind the dustbin, I met a dog called Felicity. It's a bit dark here, she said. They've cut off my electricity. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such fun, and the dish ran away with the chocolate biscuits. When my friend Haribo was really happy about something, when he was really pleased, he used to go, "Goody goody gumdrops, save me when my bum pops. Goody goody gumdrops, save me when my bum pops." This is a conversation I had with a boy who was 6 years old. He said, "Do you want to come to my party?" "Yes," I said. "Well," he said, "you'll get ice cream jelly, a punch in the belly, you can't watch telly because your feet are too smelly." "Thanks," I said. And here's a tongue twister. Tiffy taffy. Tiffy taffy toffee on the flea flow floor, tiffy taffy toffee on the dee-do door, kiffy caffy coffee in a jig-jag jug, kiffy caffy coffee in a mig-mag mug. Tiffy taffy toffee on the flea flow floor, tiffy taffy toffee on the dee-do door, kiffy caffy coffee in a jig-jag jug, kiffy caffy coffee in a mig-mag mug. And now for some story poems from when I was a boy. Who started it? When me and my brother have a fight, my mum says, "Stop it, someone will get hurt." And we say, "He started it." "I didn't, he started it." I say, "Mum, who started the very first fight between me and Brian?" And she says, "You." "Me? But I'm 4 years younger than him. How could it have been me?" And she says, "Well, it was like this. You were about 2 years old and Brian was 6. You were sitting in your high chair eating your breakfast and Brian walked past. You leaned forward and banged him over the head with the spoon. 'There you are,' says my brother. 'You started it, you started it. I always knew you started it.'" Mum's school. My mum's a teacher, and once she had to take me to school with her. Her children lined up in the playground, ready for games. I was at the back. It was all quiet. We were waiting to begin. I looked up, and then I skipped round to the front of the line in a great big circle, round to the front, round to the back, skip, skip, skip. Then Graham thought he would do the same, and he started to skip round to the front, round to the back, skip, skip. But my mum sent us in. We sat in the classroom, and Graham taught me, "Inky Pinky Ponky, the farmer bought a donkey. The donkey died, the farmer cried, Inky Pinky Ponky." That night at home, Mum said I'd let her down, and it made her sad. What was I trying to do? Show her up in front of her children? "Well, what have you got to say for yourself?" "Well," and I didn't say anything. I just looked at the floor, feeling hot. "Well," she said. And I said, Inky Pinky Ponky. Nursery. My mum says, once I came home from nursery with a sulky look on my face. What's the matter, she said. I said nothing. What's the matter, she said. I said nothing. What's the matter? I had to sit on the naughty chair. Why did you have to sit on the naughty chair? I said nothing. Why did you have to sit on the naughty chair? Because I was being naughty. Yes, I guess that, she says. But what were you doing? I was playing about at singing time. I wasn't singing the right things. Oh, what was everyone singing? Baa Baa Black Sheep. And what were you singing? Baa Baa Moo Moo. Dracula mask. Once there was a boy who was never ever scared, and he went to a joke shop and bought a terrible mask. It looked a bit like a skull. It looked a bit like a Dracula. It looked a bit like a fiend, and it glowed in the dark green. It was horrible. So the boy put the mask on and ran about all over the place. He ran up to the big boys next door and he went, grrr, woohoo, woohoo, sss. And they laughed. So he went to the park and there were some ducks and he went, grrr, woohoo, woohoo, sss. And the ducks swam slowly round and round and round, looking for bits of bread. So he went up to his dad and he went, grrr, woohoo, woohoo, sss. And his dad looked at him and said, we should have brought some bread for the ducks. So he rushed up to a great big woolly mongrel dog and he went, grrr, woohoo, 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 sss. And the dog went, ruff, 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 very loudly and rushed at that green Dracula skull head and tried to bite its head off. And the green Dracula skull fiend ran and the green Dracula skull fiend screamed. It went, Daddy, 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 help me, help me, help me. So it can be very, very scary trying to make a big woolly mongrel dog very, very scared. And now here's me in the middle of a bad dream I had when I was a boy. I've called it Nightmare. I'm down. I'm underground. I'm down the underground, waiting for a train. There's the platform. There's the lines. There's the tunnel. There's the lines. I'll wait down there, down between the lines, waiting for the train, down between the lines. I'll climb down there, down between the lines, and wait for the train down there. Look! Look up the tunnel! Look! Yes, it's coming. It's coming, they say, and it is. And I'm between the lines, and I can see it coming, and I'm between the lines. Can someone give me a hand up? Can't you see? I'm between the lines and the train's coming. Can't you see? I'm between the lines and the train's coming. Give me a hand, someone. Give me a hand. The train's coming. Give me a hand. I can't climb up. The train's coming. And the platform's sliding in towards me too, with the train still coming down the tunnel. The platform's sliding in towards me too. I'm still down. Can't anyone see me down between the lines? Look, see, me, the train, platform, me, the train. Near now, nearer now, nearer and nearer now. Now! That's all. I used to make toy boats and take them to the park. Boat. Made a boat from sticks and cloth, put it on the water to see it float. Go boat, sail across that sea. Go boat and sail on back to me. It's sea and sky all the way over My boat flies out across the water, but always comes on back to me. It's a good boat. Go boat. She's a sailboat. My boat. Go boat, sail across that sea. Go boat, and sail on back to me. Do you know anyone who's really crazy about one kind of food? Peas. Peas for breakfast, please, he said, and a plateful of peas is what he got. And when he went to bed last night, I heard him say, more peas, please. You know, I don't think he eats much else. One full bowl, 3 times a day, it would fill a room, all those peas, you know. But I think, even if he had to wade up to his knees in peas, he would still come here saying, more peas, please. I had a friend called Keith. Keith's cupboard. Have you ever looked in Keith's cupboard? You ought to. You've never seen anything like Keith's cupboard. Let's go over to Keith's place and look in Keith's cupboard. So when you get to Keith's place, you say, can we play with your garage? And he says, no. So you say, can we play in your tent? And he says, no. So you say, can we play with your crane? And he says, no. So you go up to Keith's mum and you say, can we play in Keith's tent? And she says, Keith, why don't you get the tent out? Okay, says Keith, and he starts going over to the cupboard. Keith's cupboard. He opens it and, phew, you've never seen anything like Keith's cupboard. In it there's trucks and garages and tents and cranes and forts and bikes and puppets and games and models and superhero suits and hats, and he never plays with any of it. They keep buying him all this stuff and he never plays with it. Day after day after day, it all sits in Keith's cupboard. You ought to go over to his place sometime and have a look. Keith's cupboard. Phew. Do you muck about in the bathroom? I used to. Bathroom fiddler. I'm the bathroom fiddler, the bathroom twiddler, the foodler and the doodler, the dawdler and the diddler. I dibble and I dabble, I meddle and I muddle when it's time for me to wash, when I know it's time for bed. When I go up to the bathroom to get ready for bed, I don't get washed straight away. I fiddle and I diddle. I pick up the toothbrush and I bite the bristles. I get the bristles in my teeth and I pull, I heave. I have a tug of war with the toothbrush. I'm winning. Ugh, my mouth's full of bristles. I get the can of talcum powder. I hold it in my hand. I drop my hand down fast and out comes a puff of powder. Catch the cloud of powder and it falls to the floor. Hey, it's snowing in here. I make mixtures in the sink. Pour in the shampoo and the bubble bath, whip it all up to make the bubbles, and then I say, okay, you bubbles, you're finished. At that, I blow huge puffs of air, and the bubbles pop all over the place. And I stick my finger down the plug hole and I scoop out the mucky stuff down there. And then I stand and dream, sucking on the sponge. And then I stand and dream, sucking on the sponge. And dream, sucking on the sponge. Sucking on the sponge. On the sponge. The sponge. Sponge. I'm the youngest in our family, so when I was a boy, it was like this. The youngest. I'm the youngest in our house, so it goes like this. My brother comes in and says, Tell him to clear the fluff out from under his bed. Mum says, clear the fluff out from under your bed. Father says, you heard what your mother said. What? I say. The fluff, he says. Clear the fluff out from under your bed. So I say, well, there's fluff under his bed too, you know. So Father says, but we're talking about the fluff under your bed. You will clear it up, won't you? Mum says. So now my brother, all puffed up, says, clear the fluff out from under your bed, clear the fluff out from under your bed. Now I'm angry. I am angry. So I say, what shall I say? I say, shut up, Stinks. You can't rule my life. This is the hand that touched the frost that froze my tongue and made it go numb. This is the hand that cracked the nut that went in my mouth and never came out. This is the hand that slid round the bath to find the soap that wouldn't float. This is the hand on the hot water bottle. Meant to warm my bed, but got lost instead. So this is the hand that held the bottle, let go of the soap, that cracked the nut, that touched the frost. This is the hand that never gets lost. And now for some conversations and sayings. Something's drastic, something's drastic. My nose is made of plastic. Something's drastic, something's drastic. My ears are elastic. Something's drastic, something's drastic. I'm fantastic! Round the park. Where are you going? Round the park. When are you back? After dark. Won't you be scared? What a laugh. A ghost will get you. Don't be daft. I know where it lives. No, you don't. And you'll run away. I won't. It got me once. It didn't, did it? It's all slimy. 'Tisn't, is it? Where are you going? I'm staying at home. Aren't you going to the park? Not on my own. Do you like looking at old photos? Going through the old photos. Who's that? Oh, that's your Auntie Mabel. And that's me, under the table. Who's that? Oh, that's Uncle Billy. Who's that? Me being silly. Who's that licking a lolly? I'm not sure, but I think it's Polly. Who's that behind the tree? I don't know, I can't see. Could be you, could be me. Who's that? Baby Joe. Who's that? I don't know. Who's that standing on his head? Turn it round. It's Uncle Ted. Sometimes I like writing down the things people say to me. This is what my 3-year-old son said to me. I can't catch the air. I want to catch the air and dump it all in my mouth. My pasta is kidnapped and my mouth is a dungeon. Oh, look at the cat. Her skin is bursting through her fur. Does she know she's a cat? Is a sheepdog a half dog, half sheep? I hate you, bear poo. I like coughed wheat. I can't go to my party because I haven't got an invitation. You wait till I'm older than you. This one's called Say Please. I'll have a please sandwich, cheese. No, I mean a knees sandwich, please. Sorry, I mean a fleas sandwich, please. No, a please sandwich, please. No, oh, I'll have a donut. You know how people quite often tell you not to do things? Don't. Don't do that. Don't pull faces. Don't tease the cat. Don't pick your ears. Don't be rude at school. Who do they think I am? Some kind of fool? One day they'll say, don't put toffee in my coffee. Don't pour gravy on the baby. Don't put beer in his ear. And don't stick your toes up his nose. Don't put confetti on the spaghetti. And don't squash peas on your knees. Don't put ants in your pants. Don't put mustard in the custard. Don't chuck jelly at the telly. And don't throw fruit at a computer. And don't throw fruit at a computer. Don't what? Don't throw fruit at a computer. Don't what? Don't throw fruit at a computer. Who do they think I am? Some kind of fool?